Hey man, what it do is hold on now, man. Fucking YouTube video. Alright, NBA 2K26, they just had their 40-minute live stream showing the roadmap. Brother Jones, forehead out. You know I'm trying to get all the knowledge glasses on. Let's get straight to it. Subscribe to Brother Jones.
NBA 2K just dropped
no
some inside news on NBA 2K26. So in this video, I'm going to show you my live reaction to it on Twitch of 2K dropping the little sneak peek of all NBA 2K26 stuff, man. Make sure you watch the full video so you don't miss none of the sneaks and the leaks. Let's get to it.
Let's do a rapid recap of last week. First up, we revealed our NBA 2K26 cover athletes.
No doubt.
MVP
Leave
and also
no
Finals
doubt.
MVP on the Standard Edition. Angel Reese on the WNBA Edition and the Superstar Edition with Carmelo Anthony. I have seen a lot of Melo fans out there who very much love this cover, including someone who is going to be joining us very shortly that you might be able to guess who I'm talking about, but he will be here in just a second.
Ooh.
But maybe the biggest news of the week for you all was, of course, about early access. In case you didn't see it, this year's early access, if you get the Superstar Edition or the Leave No Doubt Edition, will begin on August 29th. That is a whole week before launch on September 5th. I'm pretty sure that is the longest early access, at least that I can remember, so hopefully everybody is excited.
Usually 3 days.
Now, there are a good 6 weeks until then, and we are just so excited to talk about 2K26 that we wanted to give you all an early teaser.
Come on,
I made a post yesterday that we know that after the cover athletes and after the pre-orders, it can feel like a long quiet period before we get into gameplay. So think of today as an appetizer. And what that means is, to be really clear, we are not getting into the main courses of 2K26. We are not talking about the full reveals for each of those game modes. Those are going to come later. But there are a few things we can talk about today that I know you all love.
Man.
Some of them are like
Come on, you talking slow as shit.
There's improvements that have been inspired by community feedback that our dev team has been working very hard that we want to pull together and share with you all today. But I have rambled on long enough. Let us welcome in a special guest from the community. So
Stacks. Y'all seen it already.
Stacks, how you doing today?
Hey,
yo,
they hired him back,
man. Super excited to be here. Talk about 2K26, man.
They hired him back.
Got a few things I just found out recently, and excited to hear about it, share it with you guys as well. So let's do it, baby.
He back.
Yeah, so Stacks just got a sneak peek of the sneak peek a little bit ago before we went live. So he has a list of everything we can talk about today, and now we're gonna walk you through it together, section by section. You feeling good about this, Stacks?
Yeah, for sure, man. And why not just go ahead and dive right in it? You know what I'm saying? Let's start out with probably the thing that everybody want to know the most about.
Come on.
First, we have rewarding skill-based gameplay. So
okay.
Rewarding skill-based.
All right, we're gonna get right into it then. I hope everybody is paying attention because we are going to start off with a big topic and one
Gameplay will reveal first week of. That's next week.
that I know many in the community have shared
Or-
a lot of thoughts on. It's been a very hot topic this year indeed. So today, what we want to share is that one of the dev team's themes was ensuring a skill-based gameplay experience where you feel more in control and you
Brother
feel
Jones
that
on
what you're
Twitch.
doing on the sticks, on the controller, is more reflected by what you're seeing on your screen. And that is an overall theme. So you're going to feel it across shot outcomes, blocks, steals, loose balls, rebounds, and more across just how gameplay feels.
Okay.
Now, Stacks,
Well, talk.
we can't leave the community here with a broad theme and no details. So there are a couple things that we can say today. So listen closely.
Okay.
The first one, higher difficulties are going to play with green or miss jump shot timing. Now, when we say higher difficulties, that includes most competitive multiplayer modes that many of you all play. So in those modes, you're not going to see early or late releases going in on those difficulties, which I think is a very welcome news to many of you. Second
Green
thing,
or miss?
the shot meters and the dunk meters are both going to show you your green windows in 2K26.
Okay.
That was a point of feedback that came up a lot,
Okay.
and even as the year went on, I kept seeing that many weren't getting used to the new 2K25 shot meters, especially slashers. I gave that feedback a lot. So in 2K26, the meters are going to have the green windows again.
Interesting.
One more thing here. Layup timing is going to be permanently enabled in multiplayer modes. So that means you're not going to be seeing real player percentage layups go over you anymore with someone that's just tapping a button. all the layups need to be timed in those modes. But those of you
Don't
who are new to
forget.
the game, we do want to clarify that you shouldn't think that you aren't going to be able to make a layup anymore. Because this is not meant to make it really hard for you to make your open layups, but rather to separate the really good finishers from the weaker ones, and definitely to make sure that there's more skill involved.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Those are the 3 things that we have to share for gameplay for now. Green or miss shot timing, green windows on the shot meter and dunk meter, and
So green windows are back. Good. Hey, is it pure green window? That shit gonna be moving. Like it's live, so it better be pure. You know what I'm saying? Especially on jump shots. But when it jump shots and contesting, I think contested probably should go away. But like you get heavily contested, ain't no way you green that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
being enabled. So hopefully those are all good news to you. I see the chat is happy, it seems.
I'm alright with that.
They are. And there is a lot more that we will be sharing later when we do our full gameplay breakdown. But for now, you'll have to be patient.
I didn't want these beats, man. I need taste bad.
Yeah, and those all sound like things that, throughout the year the community was talking about, and changes that they wanted to see be made. So
he said more lies.
We're finally getting those things in 6. With that being said, just a reminder for you guys too, the full gameplay reveal will be the week of July 28th. All right,
July
so keep
28th.
that in mind. This was just a small
gameplay. July 28th, y'all.
Week of July 28th. More gameplay.
Week of.
Yes, sir.
Let me see.
July 28th.
Literally.
So one last thing, by the way, Mike is not going to be answering questions today. I know you all love hearing from him. But he is a very, very busy guy right now. He and his whole team and the whole dev team are working on the game to be ready for you all. So we're going to wait until after the full reveal of these modes and gameplay to answer any questions. So Mike is not going to be answering questions today. Don't blame him. Let the man work. He is very busy right now.
Mike,
he and his
entire
team
you have 5 minutes, Mike.
Mission 2K26
5 minutes.
With that said, what is next, Dax?
Yes, sir. Most anticipated, maybe not most anticipated, but highly anticipated. We're going to be talking a little bit about the My Player Builder.
Oh,
right?
shoot.
I know a lot of people want to hear about that. And first, we got Build with New Insights. I really wonder what that means, Evan. Break it down for us.
What that mean?
All right, let's explain this a little bit. So, obviously, one of the first things many of you do in 2K is you go into the builder and you experiment.
Oh, niggas talk slow.
That is such an important part of every 2K for you. And the dev team has taken time to add more previews and more quality of life improvements to that process. So there's going to be multiple things that we can talk about later, but one example that we can share today of what that might mean is a nice little addition that you can now preview the body types that you'll be able to unlock right from inside.
Okay.
Because I've seen many people make a build, they save it, then they go and check the body types, and then if it doesn't have the ones they want, they back out, tweak it a little bit, check again, and repeat.
I mean, that's cool.
kind of time consuming.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
you will not
I'm
have
cool
to
with
do that
that.
anymore. You will be able to see the body types before you are done with your build. And that is just one example of some of the improvements to the builder and the quality of life upgrades that we are going to talk about more later.
Didn't we already have that like a few years ago?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
20.
another one that I see here.
Why is that even
staying on
tied to the
topic
workout
of
to
the
begin
My
with?
Player Builder is fresh playstyles year round.
Huh?
Let's talk about that a little bit. Fresh playstyles.
Oh no.
Yeah, so of all the feedback this year, it
Oh,
has
no.
been consistent that many people in the community love cap breakers, right? In case you weren't locked into 2K25, you don't know what that is. What cap breakers do is they allow you to improve your build even after you finish making it. So you can make the attributes even better, and then that unlocks the badges and animations, and then your build continues to stay fresh. So today,
So what that means? Do we still got the I think we got the badge system from last year. I think.
we can confirm that cap breakers will be back in 2K26.
Of course.
There will also be other new ways to improve your build
What does that
and
mean?
earn those cap breakers that we're going to talk about soon. The other thing that I saw a lot of positive feedback on this year was the takeover system.
Cheaper bills.
You have 5 levels that heat up automatically. You don't need to activate it manually, and then a takeover ability at level 5. That system, at its core, is back, but it is more in depth now. There are some new mechanics, and the progression is also streamlined. So unlocking takeovers and the pure amount of takeovers and special abilities or takeover abilities, that is not going to be as intimidating anymore in 2K26.
Thank God.
So
Thank God.
we're going to talk about takeover.
So what that mean? That mean when I make my player and I get a certain, you know what I'm saying, a certain takeover, it goes to my next player. Okay, cool.
And cap
Thank
breakers soon,
God.
but for now, they are back and they are much improved.
No worry, we're gonna summarize all this. We're gonna watch
I'm
that.
definitely looking forward to hear more
We
about
gonna
those
watch it
takeovers.
back.
But as we keep things moving, I think this right here was something, again, that the community would talk about throughout the life cycle of like any 2K game.
Get the knowledge.
And,
Get the knowledge.
My player build diversity. So,
Yay!
what are we talking about there?
Come on.
Yeah, so build diversity
Get the
is
knowledge
really
in.
important, and the dev team has been working hard to
Get the
ensure
knowledge.
that whether you have a short build, a tall build, or somewhere in between,
Uh-oh.
that there are ways that you can be effective on the court. So when we get to the full 2K26 builder reveal, or when some of our creators have their hands on the builder later
August
in the
4th?
summer, you will hopefully notice some of the changes that are striving to hit that goal of build diversity. That is it for my player for now. There are many, many more details that we just can't share today. I'm excited for what's coming up, though.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at
I see this little sneak peek right here for me, just as someone that's a fan of the game, makes me really excited, and I definitely want to hear the rest of it. But just a reminder again for everybody in the chat, the full My Player Builder reveal will be the week of August 4th. So put that on your calendar. If you're looking forward
August
to
4th.
that week of August 4th.
August
will be
4th
the,
week.
Full My Player Builder
Builder.
reveal.
Dang,
With that
bro.
being said, next up is my team. So all of my team fans, lock in.
We don't
And
care.
we're starting
I
out
mean,
with
some of y'all
Triple
might.
Threat Arc. What do we have going on there?
What they do now?
Well, Triple Threat Park is back. It has been a very fun first year in 2K25.
Party.
And look, I know Park is not something many My Team players are used to, but as the year has gone on, I've seen a lot of streams where people are squatting up with some friends. They really having fun in the park. And even if you don't
Free
play
Nurse
My
is
Team,
stuck in the
let's say
Matrix.
you're a My Career player, you spend all year running the same 4 or 5 builds. If you jump into Triple Threat Park right now, there are so many My Team cards you can pretty easily get. And you only need
Exclamation
one
mark
if you're
sub.
playing co-op. And then
Mod,
it's basically
exclamation
like
mark
playing
sub.
Park with NBA players. So I even saw someone last week. They've hit level 40 almost every season in My Career, and they posted how they realized that they've also earned a ton of powerful My Team cards at the same time without even knowing it. So because of that, they were kind of able to jump into Park right away.
Hey,
with some
Chad,
My
do
Team
y'all
friends.
play this?
But anyways,
Type 1
that
if
is
you
enough
play
about 2K25.
Triple
That's
Threat.
just my view on Triple Threat
My
Park.
Team.
Or
Type 1
2K26,
if you play Triple
which is
Threat,
what
My
you guys
Team.
want to know about.
Trying
When
to
we
see
do get to
something.
the
Y'all
full
actually
My
play
Team
this?
reveal, there's a couple things you can look forward to us talking about. First, there is a new location
Oh,
in the
excuse
Triple
me.
Threat Park.
That's lit.
So the
Maybe I
rooftop
need
has
to
been
get into
awesome,
it.
but we do have a different
I might
vibe
need to
this
get
year
into it, man.
to keep things
Oh, he
fresh.
said trash.
There are also new ways to play
Bro,
with
shut up.
or
Nope.
against other people in the park. So you can squat up with your +1, play new formats that
You
I'm
ain't
not
never
going to
touch it
spoil
now.
today, but I will say I have seen them be requested often by the community. So little hint for you there.
My team community, stand up,
Lastly,
stand
the
up.
Park, there have been changes to rewarding with community feedback in mind so that you can earn even more rewards throughout the Triple Threat Park. But we're also going to share more on that in a couple weeks.
All right, perfect. Sounds great. Next up for my team, we also have King
True,
of the
Holly.
Court presented by AT&T. Let's lock in. I know a lot of my team fans are excited.
Let's speed through this, man.
Yes, my team players, I want you
And
to
the
pay
reason-
attention to this one because
The reason I'm saying speed through this because I'm a late My Teamer. All right. When the 99s and 98s come out, that's when I join. You know what I'm saying? That's around about the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I know you're going to like it. But there's 2 things here to cover. One of the biggest points of my team feedback that we've heard this past year is how King of the Court was only for a few hours on Saturdays. So if you were out of the house, maybe you work on Saturdays, or maybe you're just in a different time zone where those 4 hours were in the middle of the night for you, and you probably couldn't consistently participate, right? We get that. So in 2K26, the dev team has worked on making King of the Court more accessible. Now it is going to take place across the entire weekend to give you more opportunity to play. But the other thing about King of the Court is a very, very big one. Because in addition to competing for big amounts of VC, the winner across PlayStation 5 and Xbox each weekend is also going to be competing for a cash prize of $10,000. So we are going to share more details about all of that.
how much money
But
they
in
was
short,
getting this year?
There will be a cash prize for King of the Court winners in my team on the weekends. I am very, very excited for this. I hope our competitive community feels similarly. Even now, very often I'll come across like a My Team YouTube channel or social account or something, and they still have like NBA 2K23, 250K qualifier, something like that in their bio. So I am hoping to see some great streams, some great videos on the weekends from the King of the Court this year.
Man, hey, man, huge shout out to AT&T. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the heat for NBA 2K26. We really do appreciate it. But it is time to move on. Just remember, the full My Team reveal will be the week of August
you, Funny.
11th. So if you're a My Team fan, you're looking to hear more about King of the Court, shout out to AT&T. Keep that on your calendar. The week of August 11th.
Started. Give us
Yes,
Park.
indeed.
Park next.
Real
I
quick,
think.
by the way, one more
I
thing
think.
here. Don't forget that there is a 2K26 challenge that's available right now in 2K25. So you have to use SGAs and Mellows cards. And by the way, if you don't have those cards, you can get them with that locker code right there on the right side of your screen.
You play my
And if
team,
you
there you
complete
go.
that challenge, you get not only an invincible Devin Booker in 2K25,
No
but you
gameplay
also
yet.
get a Series 1 option pack
good,
and
Randy?
a mystery special pack waiting for you in 2K26. So we will tell you a bit more about what that special pack is when we do the My Team Quartet
Yeah, I
report.
want the code.
But I don't think I've seen anybody make an accurate prediction yet. But at the same time, I can't see everything. So just wanted to make sure that you guys do that challenge so that you're not passing up on some extra rewards for 2K26. But that is it for my team. What do you have next, Dex?
That's cute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Personally, my favorite mode. We're going to be talking about my career.
There you go.
And
Come
what do
on.
I see here, Evan? Does it say a new my career storyline? Is that what we get in here?
Yes, you are
I mean, I
correct.
would hope
So
so.
my career is a really important mode to us because so many of you love playing in your NBA careers. Makes sense, right? Who doesn't want to make themselves, put them on an NBA team? It's fun. So this year, the dev team has spent time building out a full prelude story that is called Out of Bounds. Title of it? Now, I'm not going to spoil how the story goes, of course, but what we can say is that there are now more consequences to the story games and your choices. So,
Okay.
for
That's some
example,
2K. I dropped the
you got
video.
a game.
Damn,
and
should have dropped that
your
shit.
goal is to outshine your opponent, but you fail. Your agent might not be able to get you the best opportunities because you didn't pass those objectives. So it makes things more interesting. And personally, every year, I still start with my career for at least a few hours before I go into multiplayer in the city and all that. So I'm excited to play through
Like
this
any
out of
smart
bounds
nigga
story
would.
myself. Hope you
Okay.
guys are as well.
You ain't tell us nothing but I.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, where will you go in the NBA draft? It looked like the draft is back.
Well, ultimately,
Oh, nice.
you want to get drafted to the NBA, right? I don't think
Oh,
that's a
it
spoiler.
matters?
You can say that. The draft is also an area of my career where I've seen brought up a lot in feedback because it seems like half the community wants to get drafted and half want to pick their team so that they can go to the Lakers and play with LeBron and Luka. Or if you're like Stacks, picking the Knicks, of course, playing with Brunson over there. But our dev team has done the best of both worlds in 2K26. So this year, you can be drafted based on your performance and how well you fit each team, or you could also bet on yourself. You can pick a team to do a private workout for and try to convince them to draft you instead. So the
So it's basically, hold on. So that's it's basically like 15. If y'all remember 15, the 10-day trial, the 10-day contract. You feel a 10-day contract. So this will be before. So it's still kind of in the same timeline of still getting drafted. Okay, I actually roll with that because I think, you know what I'm saying, at the 2K19 when we start picking our teams, that's when my career started going down. The last good year of my career was like what, 19 with the Flying Dragon and shit. So I'm cool with that. I like the draft. I like the
decision
draft.
is up to you whether you want to get drafted.
Type 1
or
if you
pick
care
your
about
team.
that,
And I
getting
think it's a pretty
drafted.
nice solution to
Type
that
1 if you care
feedback
about
where
getting
we
drafted.
saw
Type 2 if you
both
don't.
ends, people who wanted to get drafted.
Type
and
1 if
people
you care
who wanted
about getting
to pick their
drafted. Type
team.
2 if you don't.
Now you can do what you want.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I like that. This is a reminder: the full My Career reveal
Come
will
on,
be
bro.
the week of August 18th. I'm excited for that one
That's
personally.
the
That's probably
split,
my
like he
favorite one.
said,
That's the one I'm
split.
waiting for the most. But next up, we got My NBA, and we also have. And when I heard about this, I thought this was really cool because
Twitch,
I always
everybody
thought
put
about
number one.
why this isn't in the game.
On
Now
Twitch,
it's in the game. We got
everybody number one.
dynamic
Okay,
banners.
y'all mess with it. TikTok was kind of in the middle.
Yes. So what does that mean? When teams win championships, they obviously get to hang a banger up, right? Our cover athletes, Thunder Squad, they're about to do that in a few months. Well, now, as you win titles, you will see championship banners actually live in your home arena going forward. So
Okay,
the
that's
team
cool
put
for
a
them.
lot of love into this feature. They have carved out a dedicated section in each arena for these banners. And as you play out your franchises, you are going to see all the years of championships hung up there. And the presentation is going to spotlight it to show the hopefully many years of championships you've earned. If you can't win one, you're not going to get one. But hopefully you have many, many years of championships to show up there in the rafters. So we don't have a visual today, but we were going to show you all how this works in August.
Hey, perfect.
Same
we
week.
also have more customization with
The city
shit.
next, y'all. Stay
My
tuned. City
GM.
next.
Yes.
The city
So
next,
last
don't
year, we brought back my GM, and even pre-launch, when we announced it, during our Q&As, people were asking about an unranked option. So we didn't do that last year, but this year we do have that. And in the unranked version of my GM, you have a lot more freedom. So you can import custom rosters, draft classes, essentially really fine-tune your settings. So last year, if you thought my GM looked cool, you were interested, but you got turned off by the lack of customization, we think you'll really like this one.
Perfect. And the full my NBA reveal will be the week of August 18th.
August 18th.
And lastly, but certainly
All right,
not
come on.
least, we
Y'all know
have
why we here.
the city. Let's dive in there.
This is why we here. Come on.
See, we got some
Oh,
heat.
could
Give
you
us something.
forget about the city? I see many people in the chat have been asking us to get to this. Hurry up and hurry up. Well, we are going to talk about the city a little bit.
Facts.
And I did want to talk about it first a little bit in general, because in years past, we've heard the feedback about how intimidating the city was, right? We talked about this
Come on.
before, and 2K25 was a huge step to actioning on that feedback. I personally noticed it right away this past year, and I think much of the community did as well. Now, we want to get you on the court faster. So this year in 2K26, without showing you the city, because we can't do that just yet, how I would describe it is it's even more intimate, it's even more accessible, and you can get wherever you want to go really quickly to further build on that big shift last year. So if you've heard the words the city come up before and you thought about that really big map with streets and turns everywhere, that is not how the city is now, and I think you're gonna really like the
On some 2K19 shit, you feel me?
But what sneak peeks do we
Basically.
have for the community, Stacks? Because there's a very cool one here.
Yeah, so first up, it says there's even more ways to flex and show off in the city. Tell us what that means, Evan.
Right.
August 25th.
Right. So all of you.
That's
in the
right before the
community
game come out,
love
ain't
to
it?
Flex. When we get into August, something you can expect to hear about are multiple new ways of how we're putting a spotlight on players. And one that we thought we would be cool to talk about today, as an example, that's not too big of a spoiler, is our new mode leaderboards. So these rank players by the most wins in places like the theater and the rec. And the cool thing is the top
Two of the
player
most-
each day is going to have a big 12-foot statue of their My Player built outside of that mode's building. So if you are the number one player that day, whenever somebody walks in, you are going to be looking down on them, kind of intimidating them.
Bro, no, you know who's gonna be on the top one for the theater? None of the niggas that really play that shit. It's gonna be some sweat doing that shit. It's gonna be some sweat in there at the number one. Same for the rec.
So that is just one example. We can't talk about the other new additions here just yet, but you will hear more very soon later in the summer. There is one more very cool thing though, Stacks, that I have been waiting to talk about.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. So this one right here, in terms of people that play in the park and stuff like that, this is probably the number one thing. And I noticed like a theme throughout this thing is a lot of community feedback. But it says right here, the park gets a makeover. Evan, we need to know what's going on.
Why you saying the
All
park?
right, so we're going to end on one that I think many of you will be really happy to hear, because the park is getting a lot of love in 2K26, and we want to call out now that the new designs are focused on more natural and more grounded environments.
Thank you.
Feedback about
Better.
what direction many of you want to see the park environments go in.
You don't know what that means?
Has been heard. So this year you can expect to see designs like ones that are more similar to courts that maybe you might see in the real world, maybe in your cities or neighborhoods.
That's what I've been asking for. Fuck. But like I need to be outside when I'm on the game. So the fat niggas can't get my fault.
Might see courts like these. And one more thing here on visuals is that there are also new lighting improvements and a fixed time of day. And the benefit of that is that it should reduce the amount of harsh shade and harsh sunlight that you may have noticed in the past when you were playing. Both of those things, I am sure, are very welcome news. I keep seeing those brought up. So, Stacks, I hope the community is happy with them. I see a lot of W's in the chat. That is something that we've been waiting to say for a while, that the scenery in the parks is going to be more natural and more grounded, and the lighting improvements should make the harsh shade and the harsh sunlight a little bit more accessible for you all, less of a bother when you're playing.
Come on, bro.
Stacks, that is going to do it for our sneak peek. I think the community got some nice little information here. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yo.
About today is just a sneak peek, right? We're gonna get deeper into all of these things in the dates that we mentioned, and as far as the park goes or the city goes, the full.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? So basically how it's always done, it's just pushed up a little bit further. So starting from the what? It's at the 28th. Yeah, usually it starts on August 1st, so it's really the same thing. Everything drops but before the game come out, which is on that 29th. Am I excited? Not really. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my eyes on it. But yeah, am I buying it? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm an actual game. I don't like other people saying to take that dictate what I'm gonna play. You feel me? So I'm gonna play it. So, I'm definitely getting that $100 7 days early. Gotta get it. So yeah, we finally hear Mike Wynn gonna come on soon. We already gonna start bumping them guns, man. But I'm out of here. Mike Wiggles, my fault. Mike Wiggles. But I'm out here, Scarlet Share, man. Yeah, tell me how y'all feel.